I'm testing this brand new Motorola phone that will launch during the sale season with some really good discounts. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. This is the Motorola Razr 50 and it's basically the Razr 50 Ultra in a budget. See, not a lot has changed in terms of how the phone looks from the inside, but the outer screen is a bit small compared to the Ultra. But it's still way bigger than what we saw on the Razr 40 that launched last year. And it's not just bigger, it's brighter, has a better resolution and a lot more features. So that's good. The inner screen is also brighter compared to last year, but the refresh rate is down to 120Hz from 144Hz. But it's still pretty smooth. Other than that, there's improvement in terms of IP rating and wireless charging speeds, which are always welcome. You know what? Let's just take it one by one and see what you get in the box. The unboxing experience is quite good. You get the phone, a 33-watt Type A to C charger, and a protective case matching the color of the phone. This is how the phone looks in all its glory. We have the orange color with us, but there are two more options in case orange is not your black. The inner feel of the phone is quite comfortable as it's pretty sleek and doesn't feel too heavy in hand. There are 3 mics in total, all the usual buttons and ports, and the phone supports 1 physical SIM and 1 eSIM. Also, the power button doubles as the fingerprint scanner. Now, you can flip it open like this, but I'd suggest you use both hands if not occupied. And reaching the top of the screen with medium-sized hand is also a bit tricky. I'm sure you want to know about the hinge, so let's just talk about that for a bit. First of all, Motorola uses their newly designed floating hinge, the same that they used on Razr 50 Ultra. It's tested for 4 lakh folds and should be more durable as well, which is good. The phone closes gapless, as you can see, so you don't have to worry about dust getting inside. The hinge also stays intact at multiple angles, so you can use it in desk mode, stand mode, or even tent mode. Now that you know about the design and the build, let's just talk about the displays. The inner display is a 6.9-inch LTPO OLED panel with HDR10 Plus support and a peak brightness of 3000 nits. It's almost the same as the one used on Razr 50 Ultra, except for the refresh rate and smart water touch feature. And the outer screen is a 3.63-inch 90Hz OLED panel with Gorilla Glass Victus protection, and there's a lot you can do from the outer screen itself. For starters, you can open any app you want on the outer screen, so you can quickly check your WhatsApp messages, respond to them, open Google Photos if you're bored, and you can even take calls. No need to flip it open at all. There are a lot of widgets that you can simply swipe through. There are some nice little inbuilt games, and you can also use Gemini from here itself. And yeah, you get customizable panels, always on display, and all your notifications right here. Basically, the bigger outer screen helps a lot in getting things done quickly on your phone, but you can't scroll reels on it. Or can you? Now, when you flip open the phone, the crease is still there, but it's minimal. Yeah, it's visible when light falls on it from certain angles, but while watching movies or shows, it doesn't really come in the way. And since we are on that topic, multimedia experience on this phone is decent. The colors look punchy and the speakers also go very loud, but there's no HDR support on Netflix and the speaker separation could have been better. So that's pretty much everything about the displays. Let's talk about the software now. The phone is running on Hello UI based on Android 14 and is promised to get 3 years of OS update and 4 years of security patches. Hello UI is packed with features, as you already know, and this phone gets them all. You can use Moto AI features to get creative or efficient or both. You also get 3 months of Gemini Advanced for free with the Razr series, which is quite cool. There are some folding features too, like the tent mode for effortless selfies, camcorder mode to shoot stuff like a pro. You can also open an app on the outer display and it will continue on the inner display as well. Works smoothly. See, in terms of features, Moto Razr 50 is as good as Razr 50 Ultra. You do not miss out on any features, and that's awesome, really. It's time to talk about the performance because I know you're waiting for it. Okay, so this phone is powered by MediaTek Dimensity 7300X with 8GB LPDDR4X RAM and 256GB of UFS 2.2 storage. The 7300X is the same as the 7300 that we have seen in some other phones. The X simply stands for the fact that the chip has been optimized for the foldable form factor. In benchmarks also, you see very modest numbers, be it N22 or Geekbench or even 3D Mark. I also tried some games on it, but the gaming experience is not the best. Although the games are playable, but you can't get past 60 FPS in both BGMI or COD mobile. See, it's not meant for gaming, but it's okay. In day-to-day usage though, it's quite snappy while opening apps, scrolling Instagram feeds, or even multitasking. The only thing that I noticed is that the camera app takes some extra time to open, but other than that, the phone handles everything pretty smoothly. Now that we've opened the camera app, let's just talk about the cameras. You get a 50 megapixel main camera with OIS, a 13-megapixel ultra-wide camera with autofocus, and a 32-megapixel front camera. These are some of the photos that I took from the phone. The photos come out well with good process and there's enough details in the shots. And not just the main camera, even the ultra-wide camera takes some impressive shots. The selfies also look pretty sharp and there's no over-smoothing at all, which is how I like. You get 4K 30 on all the cameras and the stability is also pretty good. See, the cameras on this phone are pretty capable, but there's one thing though. In the Razr 50 Ultra, Motorola chose to go with a telephoto lens, but in this one, they chose to go with an ultra-wide lens. If given a choice between the two, I'd pick ultra-wide over telephoto any given day. But I'd like to know from you guys, what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. By the way, there's also a camera sample drive link waiting for you in the description, so check it out. In terms of battery, you get a 4200 mAh battery with 33 watt wired charging and 15 watt wireless charging support. Now, the battery is bigger than the Ultra, but the charging speeds are slightly slow. Not a problem, to be honest. Lastly, on connectivity front, you get 16 5G bands, Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.4, NFC and Type-C USB 2.0 port. Finally, the pricing of Razr 50 starts at 64,999, and before you start typing those comments, there are some offers that make the pricing better. There's a 5,000 rupees instant discount during the sale season, and on top of it, there will be bank discounts of up to 10,000 rupees on certain cards. So after all that, you can get it for 49,999. All in all, Razr 50 is a very good upgrade over Razr 40 with a much needed bigger outer screen, water resistance and even a slightly better processor. But what do you guys think about this phone? Tell me in the comments. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. By the way, if you still want the Razr 50 Ultra, you can expect some really good discounts during the deal season. So keep an eye out.